I look like a cartoon character in them. Are you happy to see me, or is that clothes hanger? Hello and welcome. My name is Christina and I am a New England wedding photographer. I am based out of Maine, but I shoot weddings all over Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Couple in Massachusetts, but those three seem to be like my big ones. I have been doing photography for 18 years now, which is wild. Absolutely insane because I'm only 34. 34 years old? Yeah, I'm 34 years old. Am I 34? I'm 34. Yeah, I'm 34 years old. I started in landscape photography. Landscapes eventually, when I got my oldest dog, became pet portraits, and then that somehow became humans. I swore up and down on my life I would never work with people, and now I can't imagine doing anything else. I have two dogs, so you're gonna hear noises from them, like the one drinking right now. I don't know if you can hear that actually. But I love all forms of photography. It is definitely a love language of mine. Like I said, I swore I would never do it. This sweet girl right here, hi mama, is a product of me doing photography. You wanna say hi to the camera? No. I used to volunteer for the local animal shelter because I firmly believe that great photographs is one of the many ways that shelters can showcase adoptable animals. And my first day at the shelter, I came home with her. So like the title of this video says, I'm gonna go through what's in my camera bag. Well, actually, camera bags. There are 4 of them. I am my own lead photographer, but I do second shoot for someone who second shoots for me very often. Tomorrow I am second shooting, and I figured while I am getting all of my gear ready and organized and cleaning it out from last weekend's wedding, I would show you what I take with me on wedding days. So like I said, I mostly shoot weddings. I do work with couples. I do engagements and things like that. Mostly just 2 very in love adults. I was a teacher for nearly 8 years. I love children. I do not want children. And I don't feel that my passion for photography is portrayed through family portraits. I still do them. I do enjoy them. I just feel like my specialty is with 2 very in love, passionate adult human people. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. I am very much a chatty Cathy. I love to yap. That is your warning. This is your warning. I'm gonna turn you around and show you the inside of this bag. I do want to preface this by saying we're not gonna judge. I have not organized this since shooting on Sunday, and Sunday was a very stressful day. Not even because of the wedding that I shot, just personal stuff that went on with my car, which is on the newer side, like should not have broken down. And it like kind of did, kind of didn't. But my biggest goal was just getting home in a timely manner because we had a 6-hour drive. So this is just, it's chaos, but this is real life. Okay, so in this roller case, I have this prism. Funny story. It looks like a knife when you like yank this out of your fanny pack in the middle of like a reception hall. Totally looks like a knife. You get some really weird looks until people realize like, oh shit, that's not a knife. Create some really beautiful kind of like geometric things. There's reflections. If there's a beautiful chandelier, I will definitely pull this out. This is a stunner. It just lives in there in case I have a need for it. My Godox V1N lives in here. I need another one of these. I just don't feel like buying one, but I really should have another, even if it's a backup. But typically when I have flash, I'm not using my 70 to 200 anyway, so I'm only using it on one body. But I also have the, I think it's the MagSphere magnetic diffuser, MagMod. I know sphere is in the name somewhere, but if I just really want like a soft diffuse light, I will toss this on there. Super rare that I don't use this. That's just my style. I do love the look of direct flash, but I have noticed that like when I do it, it just doesn't speak to me. But like when other people do it, I'm like, damn, that's beautiful. But I am very soft. I'm not a light and airy photographer, but when it comes to flash photos, I do like that soft, even lighting. So this is almost always on there. Tylenol and ibuprofen also live in my bag. I keep all of my extra chargers in here. So there's still batteries on these. But I keep extra chargers, charging cable for one of the chargers, my Godox charger, my portable speaker charger. I bring a portable speaker to sessions if it's not in a very populated area, just to kind of add some like vibes. Tons of extra lens caps, body caps. I honestly don't even know where they all come from. I don't think I have that many lenses. Extra filter cases. This might be my black mist filter. I have to double check. Some more body caps. This is my F mount to Z mount adapter. I have a lens hood in here. I have my 35, which I really should start using this baby a little bit more. And then I have my nifty 50 in here, but this is an F mount, so I definitely don't run to it quite as much as I used to when I had my DSLR. But that lives in here as well. And then yet another, I think this one's a body mount or a body cap, but so many lens caps, body caps, just so many. And then in this bag, I also have my phone mount. So this mounts right to your hot shoe. So if you want to capture behind the scenes with your phone, you can just attach it right on the hot shoe and you're good to go. I don't use this often, but I do have it just in case. You never know what you need to capture. And then in the top, like soft organizers, I have pads and tampons. You don't need to see those. Deodorant. I have extra memory card cases, so that way when I give my second shooter memory cards, they can just go in one safe place. I have extra tissues, ponchos, gallon bags in case it rains, extra D-rings. So these things, just in case one goes missing or breaks for my harness. And then I have extra screen protectors for the back of the camera bodies. And that's it. I have 6 ponchos in there. That's wild. So that is it for my hard roller case. I'm gonna leave that mostly open because I do have to charge my bodies for tomorrow's wedding. I get to second shoot. I love second shooting. I just get to be creative and like hang out. It's so much less pressure. So this is my flat lay details bag. This is a kit that I am adding to. Like I said, wedding photography was not something that I ever wanted to do until I was asked to do it by a teacher friend of mine when I was in the classroom, and I realized that like I kind of love it. So my dog drooled all over the back of it. I have some extra chiffon ribbons. I keep saying that weird. Extra chiffon ribbons. This box, I actually have never used it because they were a lot more narrow than I thought they were when I ordered them. So I don't use them, but I do like have them if I need them. And I do think they will serve a purpose one day. I just haven't needed them yet. I have some beautiful like decorative ornate scissors. I think these are just stunning. And sometimes you just need a little, that's not the scissors. These are not the decorative ones. These are the ones that I actually use to like cut strings off dresses and stuff. These are regular scissors and they live in this thing. Here's the other one. I was like, I need there for 2. And then I have this other ornate pair of scissors. They just have like a little extra touch in case it's ever needed. I have a ton of different ring boxes. So all different colors, shapes, sizes. Some hold 1 ring, some hold 2 rings. I think this one holds, yeah, this one holds 3 rings. So they're all just a little bit different. And then I have some more ribbons. So I put this together in the fall. So these are very more fall colors. And I also went with colors that most of my New England brides are still gravitating towards, which is very like neutral and type of like terracottas and things like that. So I do have this ribbon, and then I also have these 2. I know they look similar, but they are different. And then the only other thing that I have in this one are some ring trays. So these were actually custom made for me by some friends of mine. I'm trying to set them up so that you can see them all. So like I said, these are custom made, and I just love the like modern kind of look and feel to them. I love just the little bit of extra texture that they add. They're all different shapes, different colors, different sizes. So these can be used for earrings, jewelry, whatever it might be. But these, they're like my pride and joy. And some, like I said, some great friends of mine made these for me. They're really talented when it comes to woodworking. And I was like, hey, I saw this salad bowl on Amazon and I love the inspiration of it for a ring dish. Can you just make something very similar on a smaller scale? So this is the first time they'd ever done it, and I love these so much. And then this ring dish, I feel like everybody and their mother has it because it is an Amazon special. It's this one, like you truly see it everywhere, but I do have that. Two other ring dishes I have are porcelain. So the first one is like this dark greenish blue. And what I love about it is it pulls from greens and blues. So depending on what their color scheme is, this might be the way to go. It also has this like creamish green. So again, it pulls from both colors. It looks very green on screen, but it can totally pull like a more natural depending on the editing. And then it has like this very nice, it looks gold on camera, but it has a very nice like neutral edging. So love these. These faux greenery reed things actually came from a wedding I previously worked. The day of coordinator came to me. She's like, hey, do you want these? Because I use them for a flat lay. And she's like, we're going to throw them out. And I was like, well, if you're going to throw them out, like absolutely. So they are just some plain reeds. I use these very sparingly, but I have found that I gravitate towards them for men's detail photos. Like I will have just the tip. I'll have like kind of just the tip like flowing into a photo because I think it just adds very nice texture to it. You can kind of see like just it's different. So that's it for my details bag. And this bag that I use for my details bag is actually a nail polish organizer. I have one in black that is genuinely for my polish because I do my own gel nails, but I just got this like beautiful green and gold zipper one to use for details. And it's perfect because there's tons of compartments inside. There's a bunch of zippers and mesh pockets and Velcro pockets and all kinds of things. And then the last bag, this goes with me for every session, every wedding, does not leave my persons. I think that's how you say that. And it is this Kindly bag. I love this thing. There are things that I hate about it and there are things that I love about it, and the things that I hate about it are solely on me. I should have done more research, but like I said, this is from Kindly. Love, love, love this sweet baby. Now that it's broken in, I've had it for almost a full season. I hate this word, but I'm gonna say it. It's very supple. It's really softened. It's so like just buttery, soft, and pliable now. It was really stiff at first, but we have become very well acquainted and we are now besties. But at first, I hated it. I also purchased with it the Kindly memory card organizer. So it's the same matching leather, which I love. I love this color leather. So it just zippers. And then inside you have a bunch of memory card holders. I did with a very light Sharpie, right 128. I didn't put anything on this side, but these are all my 64s and these are all my 128s. And then this zipper pocket right here are my extra CF type B cards. My Nikons use dual slots. So one is an SD card slot and one is a CF Express type B. So I keep my extras in there just in case I run out of room. And then also in there, oh no, I took it out. But if a memory card fails, I put it in this pocket because it's almost always an SD card. Although I say almost always. I've never had a memory card fail until Sunday, but I did put it in this pocket with the type B just that way it wouldn't get confused with any others. I only have like 30 pictures on it, but thankfully we write to 2 cards. So that's what that's for. So that lives in this back pocket that's like against my belly all day. I keep extra contacts. I'm a contacts girly. I actually technically use 2 different prescriptions, but because they're close enough, I just keep those in there together. And that's all in that back pocket. Like I said, that's like up against me all day. In this little front pocket, I don't even know what's in here. We're gonna learn together. Oh yeah. I don't use this pocket often because it's very difficult to get into, especially if, and this is one of the things I don't love about this bag, especially if you have stuff like overstuffed the main pocket. This front pocket is basically impossible to access. I have extra business cards, and I say business cards very loosely. They just have a picture of a couple on one side, and then the other side is just my logo and my website. I don't put my email, phone number, nothing on business cards because my website sells who I am, and I don't want people just to email me without filling out a contact form. So if they do some digging, like my email is very blatantly obvious on my website, but I want to direct them to my website. I don't want people to just email me blindly and be like, hey, are you available? No, I want you to fill out the contact form because if it's not in Honeybook, it doesn't get done. And then I just have extra lens wipes. I'm an Aquaphor girly, so that lives in there. And then loop earplugs. I am going to show my millennialism here. I noticed last summer when I was talking to my fiance that I said huh a lot, and it was really funny. But after a couple weeks, I was like, holy shit, this is not all that funny. So I did buy some loop earplugs. So these are the, I'll put here what these are called. I forget, but these are the ones where you can still have conversation. So like you can hear people, but it doesn't muffle the sound around you. Once the dance floor opens, because I'm like circulating around, I'm walking in front of the speakers, these live in my ears, and I love the gold color because these silver hoops that I'm wearing right now, I have the same pair in gold and I wear them for every wedding. So it just looks like a really cool, like elaborate earpiece with the same color gold hoop and then that part in my ear. I'll actually pop one in. I don't know what these look like in. I'm assuming they look decent. We'll just pretend that this silver part is. So normally these match, so it just looks like a really cool, like nifty little earring. Like I said, those are non-negotiable. Those are a non-negotiable on wedding days for receptions. And then again, extra pair of contacts. These are my old ones, but they're still good. And these are actually the correct prescription strength. So we're gonna put all of these back. In the main pocket of this bag, I keep mints. My second shooter and I, and the person that I always second shoot for, so like we work together all the time, we pop mints like water. And it's funny because bridesmaids actually ask me for them all the time. As soon as they see me whip them out, they're like, oh, can I have one? So I need to get more. My last wedding, they completely cleaned me out. So I do need to get more. I still have my second shooter's ring box. I will see her tomorrow because I'm second shooting for her, so I need to give that back to her. And then in this pocket, I also keep my spare batteries on me. So this is a Think Tank little Velcro pouch, and they fit perfectly right in there. I keep a hair tie in here, whether it's for me, brides, bridesmaids, etc. I need to replace my tissues, but I keep tissues in here because first looks, brides, you know. My third child also lives in here. My Ray-Ban Metas. I love these things. I have ADHD, so remembering to get behind the scenes footage is not my forte, but I pop these babies on all day long and forget about them. I want to preface this by saying, you have permission to laugh. I look like a cartoon character in them from the side. Like, they're not awful. They're kind of cute, kind of nerdy. Like, I'm here for it. But head on, my eyes are so close together. Like, yes, I have very close together eyes. I don't think they're that close together, but like this just accentuates it. But I don't care because your girl can get behind the scenes footage and not even try. Look at that. Look at that. I love these things. Best money I've spent. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I have been working on putting together a video to put on my website. I have been sharing to TikTok for it. And because I don't remember to use that hot shoe phone mount, I was never getting behind the scenes footage. And this just gives my couples a way to get to know me, get to know my personality, get to know the things that I say. It gives them, like, I know it sounds weird, but like I love hearing a person's voice before I meet them. It's I don't know, it's weird. It might be like an ADHD thing, I don't know. But I want my couples to know me as much as possible before we hop on a consultation call, before I shoot their wedding, before they schedule a session with me. I want them to have opportunities to get to know who they're working with, because your photographer is like your best friend on your wedding day. You spend more time with your photographer than you do your wedding party, I swear. So this is just another way for couples to get to know who they might be working with and see if we match. I'm not a crude person, but I'm also not filtered. I was a teacher for a very long time, so I spent years of my life having to filter myself. I curse, and I will tell your bridesmaids bush to bush. And if that's not something that my couples vibe with, I'm not the person for them. I want to be authentically me. I don't want to have to worry about filtering myself on a wedding day, because one, if it slips, your grown-ups, your parents, your family members, your grandmother's probably really unhappy. And second, like, I need to be in my element. I don't want to have to think about not offending somebody. But I've got a potty mouth. I curse like a sailor. So I don't want to filter any of that. I want people to know who they're working with. That's all. That's the point of these. So that is everything for my weddings. The only other thing that doesn't go in a camera bag that I take to every wedding It lives in my car. I've only had to use this once, and I bought, oh, like cramp. I just got a thigh cramp, so I'm kind of shifting a little bit and I'm facing a weird way, but that's okay. The only other thing that I take to every wedding, and I bought this because I had a no shit moment at a wedding once. This is, you know when you go to a store and there's like a shirt really high up on a hanger and you want to try it on but you can't reach it? Are you happy to see me, or is that a clothes hanger? I bought a clothes hanger because I love to hang dresses in venues in really obscure places, and this gives me the ability to. I dropped a wedding dress once. Tried to hang it in a tree and dropped it. Thankfully, nobody saw. It did not get dirty. I did not ruin it. Nobody would have known. I did. I died a little bit inside, but everything was fine. I did tell the bride. She did not give two shits, but I bought this literally walking to my car after that moment. I bought one of these. I was like, something like this has to exist out in the world, and it does. So I bought this. The funny thing is, the photographer that I work with a lot, her husband does video for her, and he is 6'7". So it's not very often when I'm working with them that I need this, but when I'm working by myself, I usually do. So this lives in my car along with a clear bubble umbrella, a short step stool in case I just need a little extra height, as well as a pop-up changing tent. So that is everything. If you are looking for just wedding photography tips in general, wedding photography day chaos, please feel free to stay and hang out. I am newer to it in the grand scheme of how long some other people have been doing this. So relatively speaking, I am new to it, and we can learn together. So I look forward to hanging out with you guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any other content that you guys want to see around photography, wedding photography, gear, anything like that, drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you guys want to see, and I will catch you guys in the next one.